Hey guys, it's Christian Casimiro here, and I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video. I know in my car, sorry for the setting, I'm right here fucking hustling. I know most of you guys just doom scrolling, but if you want to make money, you have to focus all of your time in business. And this video, especially if you're in the trenches or a beginner, it's a very good use of your time, because what you don't know, you don't know. And it's affecting your business. It's affecting how much money you make every single day. And I just want to say I believe in you. Keep hustling. And especially if, let's say, you are a agency owner and you need one-on-one help or more direct help, then click the link down below and apply to work with me. And we'll get you started in that call. And even if we don't work together, you'll get out that call with a 90-day roadmap on how you can level up in your life and business. And one last thing, if you're a coach or a business owner and you want to scale past 50K, past 100K per month, then also make sure to book that call with me in the link below. And guys, that's all I wanted to say. This video took me like 2 hours to fucking compile. It's like a mini collection of videos of service fulfillment from my private coaching. And I hope it helps you a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you the in-depth market research, the Instagram method. So first I want you guys to understand how important market research is. So before traffic, before onboarding, before scale, before funnel, sales, fulfillment, you notice how niche is the first thing before all of them. It's literally the most important thing. Market research and dialing in your niche is the foundation of the whole process. So this is how important it is. And I want you to understand that without it, you will fall into either of these things. So most people either fall into these two things. So they spy on other people's businesses, they copy someone else's software and funnel, then they paste it together without knowing how it works, then they launch and just hope for the best, and they barely make any money. Or they think of a new idea that sounds cool to them, that they think it will work, and then they build an offer around it, build a funnel system, then they launch it without knowing if anyone actually wants it. They hope it works, it doesn't, and then they make almost nothing. So I've seen a lot of people do this oftentimes, and then they wonder why they're making no money. Like, it's very obvious. You don't understand the principles of your system. You don't know why it works in the first place and what other components go with it to make money. So you might understand the component of, let's say, part of your system, but you don't know the actual fulfillment or the close or how to do the sales, the appointment setting. So you need all components in order to make a system work. So most importantly, these people, they make an offer based off what they think it will work. And they're woken up to the reality that their audience doesn't really want it. That's the most important thing that I want you guys to understand, of not making this mistake. Because I've seen a lot of people make this mistake, that they don't even talk to their audience. They don't know what their audience wants. Then they create an offer and they spend all of this time and energy and money, and they do ads, and then their audience doesn't show the energy back. They don't want to buy because they don't want that. So if you are doing either of these things, you will find that most of your leads are unqualified. Your audience doesn't need what you're offering, and nobody resonates with that content, and your content gets no traction. So you lose out on untapped profit. I want you guys to look into your audience and ideal client profile. And most of these methods is just throw and see what sticks. And it's very simple. But I will show you a proven method that has worked for many of my clients and students, and also myself. So, market fit. So instead of seeing what works or not at random, The way we're going to be efficient at finding an offer that your audience actually wants is talking directly to them. Wow, boom. What a fucking discovery. But you'll be surprised, a lot of people don't do this. And why does this actually work? Because you actually create something that your audience wants. You literally supply the demand. And if you present what people want and need, then they will buy. And something very important, a disclaimer, that your client might tell you what to try as an offer because they think it's good. But as I explained to you, theory versus reality are two very different things. So don't let them persuade you into not doing what you think is best, because if their idea doesn't work, then they will blame you in the end. And they will slap you around and be like, I told you, bitch, like my idea was good. And you know, it's better to just do you and let the client listen to you, because you're the one with the whole process, with the whole methods. So, ICP research, ideal client profile research. With this method I'm about to show you, you're going to create a thesis on what people might want. You reach out to your ICP on Insta, YouTube, X, etc., but ideally Instagram, which I'll show you how. You gather their pain points and desires by asking them direct questions, almost like a discovery call, but in messages. You build an offer based off the data you gather. Now that you know what to do, how do you do it? I like to do story sequences where I ask the audience questions about the offer I'm building and building conversation based off that. Okay, so one very good way to start conversations is polls. Again, there's many ways to do this, but this is one. So as you can see, I'm trying to understand my audience better so that I can make better content for you guys. How many of you own an agency, want to own an agency, started an agency, but didn't work out? This is for like my program. And once they answer, then I start a conversation with them. So instead of DMing everyone in your following list, which you can do, but polls is also a good way to start conversations with people that already interacted with your content, meaning they're more likely to respond. So you can send them, or you can also do like free guides like DM me for X. Then you basically make them answer some questions for the free guide. Okay, so once they answer the poll, let's say they click own an agency, you just reach out to them and start a conversation. So, hey Tony, saw that you answered on my poll. Since when do you own an agency? You know, or you own an agency, right? And you just start a conversation, and then you ask them the rest of the questions from there, or you get them on a call, which I'm going to show you the questions in the next slide. But yeah, this is the way that I like to do. And like I've mentioned before, there are many ways to do this. You can also do it through the client's email list if they have one, and just message them there, like do it on Go High Level, or you know, just do a campaign and be like, I'm trying to do market research, guys. You'll get early access to my program. And you can also just straight up DM their followers. It also works by sending this. Just be like, hey bro, I'm building a product for my followers that will really help them, but I need to gather some research to make sure it is something that can benefit you guys. Is it okay if I ask you some questions? It will really help with the research, ? And you can also just ask the questions on the post, like straight up. Basically like this, you know, you ask a question and then you gather your research from there. But I suggest to just DM them because it's more personal, you know, instead of like yes or no answers. So questions to ask. And before I tell you the questions to ask, I want you guys to try to aim for 20 to 30 conversations. The more, the better, obviously, but just try to be around that number so you have the necessary data to really build a solid offer. So here are the questions you can ask when DMing. Okay, so why do you get started with X and why do you want to scale? And if it's not a business make it related to the goal you had. For example, a fitness offer will be what made you get interested in fitness and why do you want it to get in shape, okay? What's the main goal you have? What are the roadblocks you have? What's stopping you from achieving these goals? What will be a realistic timeline if you had a step-by-step action plan to achieve those goals, and what's your desired timeline? This question is very important. You want a timeline because if out of 20 people, the average say like, oh, 2 months or 3 months, then in your offer, you want to do get fit or under 3 months. You know, you want to use a timeline in your offer. What people tell you, want to do it in the offer. So that question is very important. What have you tried previously? What worked and what didn't? Let's say they said, oh, I tried ads or I tried this. Then you say on the offer, make $10,000 per month under 3 months without ads, you know? And what was the worst experience you've had trying to achieve your desired outcome? So I want you guys to make sure you're really taking notes on the answers you get, because it is the answers that will help you formulate a solid offer. Like I explained to you, the timeline question, you find the average of the answers and then you put it on your offer. What have they tried previously? You can also put that on your offer. So all of these questions right here are very important. You can also do your own, but I suggest you just copy and paste these questions, okay? And what if the client already has an offer or they already got clients? And honestly, guys, if you think you can do better, like a better offer, or just want clarity to focus on other things, then do this. So I want you guys to check for the current clients if they have some. So you can ask the current clients of your client questions and see where your client can improve. Do they enjoy the service? Have they gotten results? How much did they pay? Are they still paying? Is it too much? You know, is it worth it? Where can they improve? What are the setbacks in the service? So I want you guys to create a thesis. I want you guys to gather all the data possible to show your client, because your client, if they're already making money, they're not gonna want to completely change the offer without any evidence, okay? So you can also check for referrals. Good services and products always get tons of referrals. So how's your client doing? Are they getting referrals or not? And if they're getting referrals, you can also see how many of them actually close. You can ask them even questions. You can get them on a call. You can also check previous sales calls. What made the prospect hop in the call? Are there any objections? What are the main objections? What are the pain points? What made them buy? What made them not buy? You know, etc. So, like I said, use all the data possible to show your client. And you can either show that people don't really like the service and you present a new offer. Or maybe there is no need for an offer change, maybe just a tweak, but now you have clarity, which is very important, because now you're like, okay, it's not the offer that's the problem. The offer is really good, the service is good. Maybe the problem is the funnel, or we gotta really scale this shit and we gotta put ads. So if you get clarity, now you will be able to focus on things like I've described: ads, funnels, sales, etc., since the offer is dialed in. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much for this video. I hope it has helped you a lot. And if you have any questions, just make sure to email me or DM me. Hey guys, in this video I'm going to explain the building offer for your client, and this is something you want to do after you get the onboarding form created, and you can show this offer for your client on the onboarding call. So again, show the client as much value as you can, and it also delegates a lot of work after the onboarding call. After the onboarding call, you should just focus on the system and creating the launch, creating the waitlist, creating assets, and the offer should already be established before the onboarding call, preferably. And if you need to tweak some things out, you could do it on the onboarding call and just like 2 hours after the onboarding call, okay? So it's not that complex to do, but it is very important that you get it right, because the offer is basically what you're gonna sell to your clients, and both you and your partner needs to be on the same page with the offer. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build an offer for your client, specifically high ticket offer. So first, what you need to do is build your ideal customer profile first. You need to do some market research, and you can do market research by Instagram DMs. You could send like a questionnaire, a survey, or story post, which I'm gonna leave more information about that in this section of building your offer for your client. But first, I'm gonna give you an example of one of my clients' ICP. So here is the template, which is demographics, gender, age, interest, work, relationship status, location, psychographics, which is the emotional data, pain points, ideal client profile, outcome, the timestamp, main offer, and then you build the secondary offer. So here, what you notice, we were targeting male, 25 to 35 years old. The interest was fitness, self-improvement, macros, gym, coaching, masculinity, work, what they do for work. They usually 9 to 5, construction, engineers, blue collar, white collar, self-employed, and relationship status, single or engaged. This is the people that we were targeting. And location in the United States. Now the psychographics was the pain points, and the ideal client profile is basically an example of your client, like using all of this data plus the pain points, and then in the outcome, you state what the ICP wants. Okay, so before I read you the ideal client profile, the outcome of the ICP was that they wanted proper macro training, proper fitness structure for his needs, 10 pounds of muscle, lose 10 pounds of body fat, wants higher confidence, wants self-discipline. And here's the ICP. Something I forgot to mention, the timestamp, and how long do they want this outcome. Some results in 1 month, then very visible in 3 months. Okay, so the ICP we built was actually on a real person. We did a call with this person, and we basically interviewed him, and just build an ICP from there, plus other data from the story post, the Instagram DMs. So the ICP for this client was that Josue is a 26 years old man. He finished college looking for interviews at job sites in an accountant field. He is interested in coaching, but is looking for the perfect fit. He mentioned that he likes pressure and accountability. He wants someone to be the backbone in his fitness journey. He used to deal with mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. And after some years, he still gets flashbacks or fear that he might go back, which is why he wants to get help. He is the normal dude who works a 9 to 5, who parties, and sometimes he's just by himself. Josue is an emotional person. He goes by his desires and instinct. He does not think after 3 months. The most he thinks into the future is 1 to 3 months. So as you see, this ICP is very, very, very realistic, very brutal. We don't sugarcoat anything. And something you also can do with this is that you can literally copy and paste this into the famous ChatGPT, and it will give you so much useful data. Okay, so you could just copy and paste this into ChatGPT and ask it to create you an offer, to create you content ideas. And this is basically all it needs. Okay. And then the main offer we did was turn from skinny fat insecure to jacked and confident in 90 days with a plan built for 9 to 5 men. And then the secondary offer, which was build 10 pounds of muscle, drop 10% fat, and own the room in 90 days or your money back, even with the 9 to 5. So that's the two offers we did. We ended up going with the second one, but you sometimes just want to do both, see which one works better. And when you're building your main offer, always follow this. Obviously not to the T, but try to make sure that you have these things in mind, such as niche, goal, time frame, the unique mechanism, the pain point, and the risk reversal. And like I said, you can also add your ICP into ChatGPT after you're done with it and do many useful things like asking it to build you multiple offers and help you build emails, etc. So here's the offer statement framework that you can use. As you can see, it's very similar to the how to build your own offer. You're basically doing it for your client. Okay, so I help niche, do goal, and time frame using the unique mechanism without pain point and risk reversal. Very simple. And something I want you guys to think of is this. So when you're building an offer, think of the faults of people. Make it as appetizing as possible. Do not be afraid to make it bold. The bolder, the better. Focus on minimizing the risk, not only on your offer, but in the content as well. Humans either go towards pleasure or they go away from pain. So your offer must be either one of those. Also, don't ever compete on price within your offer. Like if someone has the same service as you for $3,000, you don't want to be like, my service is $2,000 and that be your main priority in marketing. Because it makes you look cheap and you attract cheap clients. Dumbass cheap clients to be specific. So focus on adding more services or higher quality services to your market. Just focus on adding more value instead of trying to lower the price. Okay, guys? Because let's say to make $9,000, you only need 3 clients at $3,000 to make $9,000. But you can make that same amount of money at $1,000 offer, right? But it's going to require you 9 people and it's just going to take you more work. Plus, those people are going to be harder. They're going to expect more. And they're just going to be more like of a headache to work with. So yeah, guys, don't compete on price. And when you're building the offer, like I said, just keep it simple, build your ICP and follow this framework when you're building that offer and then move on to the next thing. Okay. Building a high ticket offer is probably the simplest thing you can ever do in this process if you do it correctly. And in the next modules, I'm going to explain and the deliverables of the offer. But this is something you must get right following this framework. It's very important because especially the pain point and the risk reversal and the time frame. Because people want to see results and they want guarantees. And like I said, people either go towards pleasure or they run away from pain. So you want to make the offer as digestible as you can possibly do it. As simple as you can do it so that the masses in your niche can understand it. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video on how you can build your offer, build your ICP. Here's the template you can follow. Here's the offer framework. And that's pretty much it, guys. All right, see you guys in the next one. All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to show you the Instagram launch funnel overview. And as the video states, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about launching an offer. You might be asking yourself, I have an offer for my client or for yourself. How am I going to get as many leads as possible? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how. Okay, so the first thing I want you to notice is that we have a timeline here, and you're going to have to do a sequence of things on each single day. Right? And then right here, I'm going to show you like more in detail what you need to do per day. But let me just show you the high level overview of the timeline. So we're going to launch on the 5th day. I want you to understand that. And this is where the Instagram launch sequence starts. And before the 5th day, guess what we're going to do? We're going to hype up your launch. You're going to tell your market that something great and big is coming. Okay? And a lot of people might say like, oh, what about the wait list? I thought the wait list
What if your waitlist is 2 weeks? It's not 5 days. Well, this doesn't have to do anything with your waitlist. So let's say you told people you were going to launch on the 15th and you started your waitlist on February 1. Well, you're going to launch right here on the 15th, and then you're going to post your story right here on the 14th, 13th, 12th, and 11th. All right. So 4 days before the actual launch day is where the Instagram launch funnel actually starts, if that makes sense. So let's say you're going to launch on the February 15th. On February 11th, you're going to want to start your Instagram launch funnel. And the very first day, you're going to put a story. And then the second, another story. The third and the fourth story sequence, which I'm going to show you right here, pre-launch. All right. And all these stories basically they're just hype stories. Like, you're telling your audience to prepare, and you're getting people excited for your offer that you're going to launch. And you want to put it out into the market. You want to have as many eyeballs as possible so that in launch day, you could have a good bag. Okay. And something I didn't put here, but I want you guys to know, is that you'll also be doing your email campaigns. Okay. So not just story, but email campaigns, and all the people in the waitlist funnel are going to be taken care of. If by now, you should probably have some clients, some testimonials, some results, and people inside of your program, if you did the waitlist funnel correct. Okay. So you do your hype sequences, and then the 5th day, you launch your offer. And then on the 6th day, you're going to want to do your Instagram reels that you did on the past module, I believe, where you look at your creator's account and you recreate those reels and you put a twist on them on like DM the keyword, let's say red for X, and it's your offer. It's a lead magnet for people to get your offer. Okay. And then on the 7th day, you do another reel that you recreated. And then on the 8th day, 9th day, you do all of this, and then it ends, basically. Pretty simple, guys. Okay. So all we're trying to do is get people to either join your lead magnets and book appointments. That's all we're interested in, right? And so here is the story sequence you want to do pre-launch before the 5th day. And I think I'm going to do another video right where I'm explaining like with examples of story sequences so that you can understand more and the copy, what goes inside. But I want you to know that the first story, it's going to look like this. So you're going to have some sort of initial hype story. Hey, you guys, something big is coming. Prepare, 4 days left. Okay. Or you can do your power offer. So, hey guys, this is going to be for these people and not for these people. If you're interested, DM me the keyword, and you're basically also giving people, like an exclusive benefits if they join before the 5th day. Okay. And then on your second story, normal lifestyle with hype again. Third story, a hype story again with a countdown timer. Okay. Or you can also do Q&A, just answering questions that people might have of your program and how they can join, etc. And then you can even make them join before the date, like I told you guys. And then on the fourth day, it's going to be a final poll, story, and high post. You can do 1, you can do 2, and again, you can do a final power offer. All right, guys, pretty simple. Like, this launch is nothing too complicated. If your creator already has a market, this is just free money. We're just getting free leads here. Okay, this is nothing too fucking complicated. We got to do this and this. No, it's just some stories, get some conversations started, get people interested, hyped up, excited, and that's it. Okay, so on your 5th day is where you're actually launching
your program. And this is how the story sequence will look like. It's very important that you do this, that you do a story. And you can also make the Instagram launch story sequence into a video. So what I'm going to explain to you, you can do it in a video format as in a reel, or preferably do it in your story. Okay, so let's say, for example, your first story, it's going to be your offer. And then your second story is going to be who it's for and who it benefits. Your third story is going to be proof, or who it's for and the benefits. It's very important. If you guys want to make like as much money as possible, then put testimonials, put results, put people winning in your program. All right. And then on your fourth story, it's going to be your clear call to action to DM or link click. And again, you can do this in video format. So, hey guys, I'm launching a program today. This is for, you state it, and then you show results in your computer, or you just speak them out, and then you just say click on the link below, or DM me the word if you want access to whatever you're offering. All right, guys. So that's in the 5th day. And you also want to post your reel, which is going to be that announcement. In another module, I explained that reel, how it looks like, and you can even do like a power offer in that reel. And take in mind that this reel is not going to do amazing. It's not going to go viral. It's not going to make a shit ton of numbers of views, but what matters is that people are aware that you've launched. So what we want is, remember, we want leads. Nothing else matters. And then the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th, you can even do 3 days. You don't have to go to 9 or 10. This is up to you. But it's very important that you at least do 2 minimum or 3 stories after your launch, because we want to squeeze as much leads as we can from your audience. So these are the stories you should post after your launch. You do call to actions at the end of these stories, but the format looks different on each story. So on the first story, you'll do Q&A or frequently asked questions. And if you get a lot of questions that are the same, like in your sales calls or like objections, then you can answer them and then call to action on the last question. All right. Don't plug call to actions in every single one, because Instagram doesn't like that. And it just looks unprofessional, looks salesy. So just focus on one call to action on only the end of a story sequence. You can do 6 to 10 Q&A questions. You can do videos. You can do polls. But make sure you're telling people, you're directing people into that lead magnet and into your program. And then another story you can do is testimonials, pics, or videos of people joining your program and people getting results. So if your creator or you are doing like an onboarding one-on-one meeting, then this will do numbers. Like, show the people in your one-on-one call, like on that Zoom meeting, and post it on your story. Like, hey, Kevin just joined. He's a fitness coach and he wants to make $30,000 per month. Let's get it. Excited for him. Like, one-on-one mentorship call, done. Just something like that, simple. But you want to show people that, okay, like, you're actually real. You're actually getting results for people, and people get like a sense of FOMO, like fear of missing out, and they're like, whoa, like, he's getting results, and what if I don't join and he stops the program and I get stuck or I get left behind? So the most powerful one is testimonials. If you can do them like every single day, I would suggest you do it. And call Q&A every 1-2 days. All right, guys. And then remember that on the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th day, you're gonna post the videos that you recreated of your creator. And you're gonna post them right here. Okay, so your first reel is gonna be here, and
and then on 7th day, another reel, and 8th day, another reel. All right, guys? And this all might look simple, guys, but trust me, if your creator has an audience of at least 5,000 followers, to imagine 5,000 followers, you're going to get a lot of leads, because most of these people, if your creator's doing the content right, most of these people need something from your creator. So when your creator launches it and the people are already nurtured, they're already excited for something, they're already prepared, they're already they have already been given information of the program, then this shouldn't be a problem. Leads shouldn't be a problem for you. You're gonna get a lot of leads, you're gonna get a lot of booked appointments, and you're just gonna make so much money. All right, guys, trust me. This is all you need for an Instagram launch, for a successful Instagram launch. Okay, guys? So just to recap, this is the story sequence. I'm going to leave these templates right here. The Instagram launch day story sequence template, and then the stories after launch. All right, guys? These are going to be left right here. And in another module, I'm going to explain more in depth the real templates and the story templates. All right, guys? So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys learned a lot. And again, guys, this launch funnel, it's gonna make you so much fucking money. All right, guys, and stick to the process, stick to the framework. If you want to tweak some things here and there, go ahead. And if you need help, any questions, let me know, and let's make some fucking money. Hello guys, this is the Instagram Story Framework module. And in this module, I'm going to show you and I'm going to share with you the template needed for a successful story sequence. And I'm going to share also with you the 4 main story frameworks that I use and other examples. So let's get started. For a successful story sequence, think of this template. So you have the hook, story, proof, and a CTA with proof, or just a CTA, or you can do a poll. Now, the most important step here is the hook. Now, the hook is going to determine what emotion people will get when they're looking at your story sequence. So let's say we're doing shame sequence, which actually works, by the way. And you have to be, what's the good word? You have to be strategic with your sequences. So let's say you post a reel like motivating people to get off their asses and go to the gym, right? Then a shame sequence might work well. But if you're doing like, let's say, a kind talk and you're saying, hey, it's good to get off the couch because, you know, you're good the way you are. And then people get that emotion of kindness, and then they go to your story page and they see shame, then they're probably not going to convert. There's no alignment there. Okay, so you have to be strategic also, like what type of creator you're also working with. Now, shame does not mean like bad. It just means that you're pointing out a problem in the prospect. So for example, we have story 1 and the hook, which is addressing a central issue. For example, most guys are still doing the same thing and wondering why nothing changes. Okay, so let's say you're going for a relatable sequence. Story 1, the hook, I get it, I was there too. And then story number 2, tell about your personal struggle or describe the before situation. Okay, so you start to notice that there's a pattern. So the hook is what's going to determine what emotion people feel. Okay, so then after you hook the audience and you hook an emotion, so let's say curiosity, then you move on to the story and explain more in depth like what causes that emotion, if that explains. I'm trying to convey an idea, but if you understand it, good. Okay, but let's just move on. And then you go to proof. And here you could do testimonials, you could do just basically things that prove your story and whatever you're talking about. Okay, so let's say you're talking about shame and you're saying that if you don't move, you're gonna stay stuck. Then in your proof, you explain, like, let's say in your story you say like, oh, I used to be stuck for 6 months because I didn't believe in myself. And then you put proof right here, you put before and after pictures. And then in the CTA, you put, if you want similar results like this, DM me the keyword fitness. Okay, so I hope that kind of explains it. But again, if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll be sure to explain it to you more in depth. Okay, so again, template, hook, story, proof, and CTA with proof. So here are the main ones I use, and you can also use these other examples, and there's a lot more story sequences that you can use. Okay, but I'm just going to show you these 4 main ones. So first one, the shame sequence. Like I said, you address the central issue. Most of guys are still doing the same thing and wondering why nothing changes. And then story 2, a relatable moment of failure or frustration. And then story 3, you show progression, include a case study example. And then story 4, a call to action. So invite them to make the first move, DM keyword or link, or you can do a poll like, do you guys ever feel the same? Yes or no? And then people that click yes, you can automate messaging to explain, like, or for them to explain to you, like, why do they feel like that, you know? And if they click no, then you can also message them in another way. Then we got number 2, which is relate sequence. Story 1, hook, I get it, I was there too. And guys, these are just frameworks, okay? Like, you can edit your own, like, hook however you want. I just want you to understand the pattern and the story template, okay? So story 2, again, you do a story. So you tell about your personal struggle or describe the before situation. Then story 3, you add proof, state the change that took place along with the real result. And then story 4, your call to action. So if you're stuck in the same spot, message me help. And then story 3, you could do the launch sequence. This is another let's say another way that you can do a launch sequence than the previous one I showed you. So story 1, you do the hook, introduce something new. I was up to something that you couldn't see. Like, for the past 6 months, I've been working on a project that I think will help a lot of you guys. Okay, and then story 2, you do your story, you tell a story of how you came to be, or your frustration that made you create it, or how you were just going on about your day and then people were constantly asking you questions about how the program worked. So you decided to create a new one, or like you decided to help them. Okay, and then story 3, you do the proof. So you break down the process and support it with accomplishment. So like case studies, testimonials, videos. And story 4, your call to action, you motivate early access, a waitlist, or you just straight up say DM access to be the first one in the launch. Okay, then we have a proof sequence, which is one of my favorite. If you have a client or yourself that you have a lot of testimonials, case studies, I suggest you use this one. And something I want to point out, guys, that if you use, like, let's say the launch sequence on let's say on Tuesday, right? And then the next day you do a shame sequence, and then on Wednesday or Thursday you use the relate sequence. That's not gonna work, okay? Because people are gonna see through what you're trying to do, which is just trying to sell them. So try to take like at least 4 to 5 days, okay? Like a good amount is like a week. Like week 1, you do shame sequence. Week 2, you do relate sequence. And then your reels also convey the same message. Okay? So proof sequence. Your hook, which is one of the things that that maybe you wouldn't believe is. And then story 2, a transformation, screenshot, or video clip can go here. Story 3, detail exactly what caused the result to be visible. And then story 4, the call to action. Would you like this to be your case? The end result. All right, guys. So these are the 4 main story frameworks that I love, which is the shame sequence, relate sequence, launch sequence, and then the proof sequence. And you can use this for any niche, and it works extremely well. And again, guys, there's a lot more that you can use, such as the feature page sequence. So, for example, it should be like this. You feature the dream fulfilled, back it up with proof, and offer a sneak peek. Or the pain agitate sequence. I also like this one. So let's say there's a lot of pain in your niche. For example, creators that don't get enough booked calls, you can start off with that. Is getting enough booked calls still there for you, or is that still a problem for you? You can use this story sequence. And then behind the scenes sequence. This is a bit more advanced that you can use. And for example, a peek inside of an average day in your program or system, I wouldn't suggest your live because people don't really care. Let's say you're selling to creators again that want to get more leads, and that's why they're following you. They don't really care about your life, okay? They just care about what you have to offer. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you can use this story sequence for that behind the scenes, just to kind of give like a sneak peek of your program, which is like a genius way to do so. All right, guys. So that's the story frameworks that I have for you. And I'm pretty sure I'll add more in the module just for you guys to test with. And yeah, guys, use these story sequences whenever you can, whenever you want, and be strategic with it. Make sure that it fits with your niche, with your creator. And I think that's all, guys. I wish you guys the best. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll see you guys on the next one. So the first step of the waitlist funnel is creating stories, reels, and YouTube content, all with the purpose of doing a call to action to join your waitlist page or fill out the form. And these call to actions are simply, guys, I'm creating a new service or a new program for you guys, and I've been doing it for the past 6 months, and I'm really excited. If you join right now, you're gonna get a free guide, you're gonna get free exclusive benefits, etc. So once they join your waitlist, they enter the waitlist, and like I said, you can also make them join Skool or Discord or any private group where you provide value. So if they enter the waitlist, you can also make them join the other groups where your client might have community. So after they join the waitlist, they fill out the form, they get a confirmation email, they get an SMS message also, which just welcomes them to the waitlist funnel. The confirmation email is simply on ConvertKit, where they click I accept to receive emails from this person or opt in. And then they're placed on a 1 to 2 week email sequences plus an email on why they joined. So there's an email where they get asked a question on why they joined or what made them interested in the waitlist or into the creator, all with the purpose of creating conversations so that then you can dial them in, you can call them and try to get them on the actual program before it launches. Maybe you offer them exclusive benefits or a discount, and they also get a message before the day of the launch to get them excited. So this email sequence is so important. Obviously, I'm going to show you in the other modules how you can do it, but it just gets them excited, guys.
for the actual launch. Let's say you get 200 members in your waitlist. You are nurturing these 200 people before anybody knows that you're going to launch, except these people. So there's like an exclusivity mindset that they have, you know, with your program. So they're like, we're getting it before anybody else. We're getting these benefits. So they're excited to actually hop in that call and get closed, okay, and actually buy your program. So like I said, they get the early access email sequence all in ConvertKit, or you could do it in Go High Level. And then they get a call to action and with the link to book a call. So you book calls before the launch, and then you basically make your money with these people. The pre-sale ends and you continue your launch, your actual launch funnel on Instagram, on YouTube, and everything else. But this is basically it. This is the waitlist funnel. This is such a good opportunity for your client to make extra money. Like I said, it's what we call in GrowthX the pre-sale phase. So the pre-sale phase is where you're trying to gather as much data, as much cash collected, as much calls, to see what works, to see if they even like the service, to see their pain points, to see the desires, what makes them close. Then we review the sales calls before the actual launch to train and prepare also the appointment setters and the closers. Okay, so I hope this video helped. I'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to build out a waitlist confirmation sequence that you can send out for your subscribers after they submit the waitlist form, so that you can send them free training videos or nurturing emails so that they can ultimately go into a sales call with you and you closing the deal and getting money. But first I have to show you this with it's the past video I think we made. Remember on the type form that we put this, that first they have to click the confirmation email and they have to confirm their spot to join the waitlist. So yeah, that's what we're gonna build. And the reason we have to build this email that they have to confirm their spot is because in ConvertKit, we're tricking the platform to basically have a higher deliverability rate. Instead of your emails going to spam or promotions, they go to their primary inbox, because ConvertKit thinks that they actually want to receive emails from you because they have confirmed their spot. So you're not just sending random people to a wait list and ConvertKit's going to think you're spamming people, right? So that's not what we want. We want to do this just for an extra deliverability rate, and yeah, that's basically the main purpose. So I'm going to show you right here. You first want to go to ConvertKit and you want to put it as scroll, landing forms, create new. You want to create form, inline, and choosing your template doesn't really matter. Just press clear. Keep in mind that the people are not going to see this, okay? All the magic is going to happen in settings, but for now let's just name this, so like type form to kit form, okay? And we are going to need these names just to make our lives easier when we're doing the tabs, okay? So make sure you put a name that you remember. So then you want to go to incentive and you want to make sure that this is on, and everything that the people are going to see is going to go right here. It's going to be right here. So this is where the magic happens, okay? So subject line, you want to basically just put something simple. Let's say, for example, one, or like you're almost in, but you're almost in the wait list, but there is one more step. Okay, it doesn't have to be this long, but I just want you to know what this email is for, okay? So for example, right here, thank you for joining let's say the AI Walmart, whatever, AI Walmart waitlist. Thank you for joining the AI Walmart waitlist, but you're not fully inside yet. There is one more step, and that is to confirm your spot. Let's see. Again, thank you for showing interest. As we will make sure to send you early updates and more. We have over, let's see, 100,000 followers, so I think that is a pretty good deal. Winky face. And then we just put AI. Sincerely, AI Walmart. Okay, and that's basically all you gotta do. And you could put confirm waitlist spot. And you can erase all of this, but you have to go through the settings in ConvertKit. Right here in this video, I'm just gonna show you the basics, okay? So this is all you have to do. So you wanna go to save. And again, you can edit it however you want. But once you got that, just put save and publish. Go to Kit. Then what we want to do is go to automate, and we want to put visual automations. You want to put the automation, start from scratch. And this is where we're going to start building. And I'm going to show you in a bit why we're going to do this. So join a form, and we're going to put the type form to kit form that we just made, and we're going to add event. So after they join your form, we're going to tag them. Okay, we're going to tag them. We're going to let's see right here, we're going to create a tag, which is basically, what should we call it? We could put waitlist members, just like that. Add action. So once they confirm their spot in the form, they're gonna be tagged as waitlist members, and this is just to make things easier. So let's say you want to send them on another email, but just to your waitlist members. All you have to do is go to the sequence and press the tag, and you're gonna see all your subscribers here, and you're only gonna send an email to them. Okay, so then you want to do that, and you want to press email sequence. We didn't do the email sequence, so let's do the email sequence. Where is it? Send sequence. Sorry guys, before the automations, you want to do an email sequence. Okay. So let's see right here. Let's say, thank you for joining the waitlist. And then erase all of this. And you could just literally say like, hey, and then I believe you can put subscriber first name, just like that. We are so glad you are in the waitlist. We are kind of curious though, as of what made you interested in joining. Okay, and you could just literally just do that, and you put publish. Okay, and you want to you put this, put the name, and you want to do waitlist sequence. And again, you can add more emails, but this is just going to be the first email after they confirm their spot. Okay, and you want to make sure that you send this email and you want to put 0, so it's going to send immediately. It's going to send like 1 minute after they confirm their spot, but you don't want to wait like a whole day. You want to send this email immediately. Right, now that this is done, we're going to go back to the automations. And now we can add them to the email sequence. There you go. Now add action. All right, now that this is done, we're done. Okay, but now we have to connect the type form. Okay, so let's say this email that we made, that they're gonna receive, like confirm their spot, you're gonna want to take a screenshot, just like this, and you want to add it to the waitlist form. To the ending after they submit the form, and you want to add this to SAP now. So let's just do this, the waitlist form, just like that, and then you want to go to SAPs, create new SAP. You want to press trigger. You want to click type form. Trigger event, just put new entry, account. Let's see, just press accept. I believe it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Then you want to press before you want to press the form. So we're going to do the waitlist form that we just created. Continue. You want test trigger. Let's see which one. All right, just press that, then continue with select the record. And then you want to press kit. It's called kit. It's not called convert kit no more. Connect new account. Okay. Now you want to add subscriber to form, not to sequence. Because remember, we're trying to trick ConvertKit into believing that the leads actually want to receive emails from you, which they do. And if you add a subscriber to sequence, then ConvertKit thinks you're just sending random people to an email list. Okay, so you want to add subscriber to form, which is why we did the form. And then choose the form, which is type form to kit form. You want to press the email. Let's see. Configure. No, this is the email we're going to send it to. So you want to put email, which is right here. First name. You want to press first name. And you want to make sure it's yes and opt into sequence. If you press no, it's not going to work. And don't worry about this, just press continue. Test up. Then publish. And that's basically it, guys. Okay? So let's say, for example, let's see. let's say we do Christian 773 439 0425. Let's see. Let's say we choose this one, press submit. So now after we integrated the type form to the SAP, we're basically done, because we did the type form to, basically we connected the type form to the ConvertKit form. So once they fill out the type form, which is the waitlist, they're gonna be sent out to the kit. So they're gonna be a subscriber to the form, which is the one we built out right here. Okay, so they're gonna be a subscriber here, and then the automation is gonna be on type form. So it's gonna be the waitlist member, which they're gonna be tagged, and then they're gonna be added to the waitlist sequence. Okay, and make sure it's active. Just like that. And let's say for example we do the type form. So let's say for example Christian 773, let's add this one, and we press submit, and we should be getting it on our email right here. Okay, so you're almost in the wait list, but there's one more step. Thank you for joining the AI one more waitlist, but you're not fully inside yet. And then you confirm your waitlist spot, just like that. And then I should be receiving the other email that we just made, which is the one that goes immediately. Okay, so that's basically how you build a sequence. I hope this video helped you a lot, and just to make sure, guys, that you guys understand something a little bit more, let's say for example we want to create a broadcast and we want to send an email to somebody. Then click this one, new broadcast, and then I believe, let's see right here, continue, send email, and I believe we go here within segment, select subscribe to forms. Yeah, you could do subscribe to forms, and then you could do the form and send an individual email right there, or you could do the tags, which I'm trying to look where. But it's pretty sure, I'm not sure why they moved it here, but if we go to kit, and then as you can see, we have most recent subscribers, which is the email I used to do the waitlist form. And if you click right here, yep, you can see that they were sent the incentive email, which is the one we opened, and then they just got sent the sequence email. Okay, the thank you for joining the waitlist. Why did you join? Exactly just like that. And yep, they have a tag, which is the waitlist members, and you can play around with that and add them into another sequence or do whatever marketing campaign you want to do. And something I want to let you guys know that's very important is that when you're sending an email, let's say my email is this one, it's @gmail.com. You don't really want to do that. What you want to do is buy a domain email. So let's say on, I think it's business Gmail or Workspace. I believe it's Workspace, where you can buy emails from Gmail. And you want to make sure that you have a domain on your Gmail. For example, christian@growthxcoaching.com, and you want to add it where it says from. So like from, not gmail.com, but from @yourdomain.com. Okay, because if you send it from like a personal email, it's probably gonna send to spam. All right, Yeah, I just received the email in my phone for the waitlist. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this video helped you. And if you have any questions, make sure to let me know, and take care.
All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to build the waitlist funnel. And the overall view of the waitlist funnel is that you direct your traffic to a waitlist form. And I'm going to show you how to build it. But after you build your waitlist form and the people start going in, they start putting in their information, then they're sent to a thank you page that you can do in Typeform or Tallyform or go high level. I'm going to show you both. But after they go into that thank you page, well, when they're in the thank you page, they're going to have next steps plus frequently asked questions. And as you can see in this picture, this is a next step that they need to do. So after they plug in their information, they're going to be sent out a waitlist confirmed email. So they're going to have to confirm their spot because the email provider I use is ConvertKit. It might be different for the email providers you use. So maybe like in Go High Level, you don't need to subscribe for the list, but in ConvertKit you do. So it's just an extra step that they have to do in order to confirm their spot. And this is all on ConvertKit, which I'm going to show you in another video. But in this video, I just want to focus on the form and the thank you page. Okay, so this is basically what the form looks like. This is all you need to do. You can ask other questions if you want, like what is your current income? Let's say I'm doing an offer for agency owners. I can say, what is your experience with SMMA? Like how many years you have, and what is your desired outcome, like in income? You know, you can ask questions like that, but you can keep it simple. I keep it simple. So just welcome to like GrowthX waitlist, welcome to the Skool waitlist, whatever you want to call it, whatever your company's name, and then plug in your contact information to join. So first name, phone number, and email. Okay, so go to Typeform or Tallyform, create new form, and all you have to do is start from scratch and contact information. Like I said, you can customize it however you want. You can even add a welcome screen, like welcome to the GrowthX waitlist form. But you can also do a welcome screen on Go High Level, which I'm going to show you as a headline. Okay, so you don't really need it. So all you really need is contact information, like that. And to be honest, you don't even need company. So you can just take that off. Can take that off right there. And you don't even need the last name, okay? Like just first name, phone number, and email. And make sure you make it required. So require that. Because what happens, sometimes people, let's say your competition goes into your waitlist and funnel hacks you. So they don't even plug in nothing, and then they get all your email sequences and they copy all your copy that's in your emails for their own business. Hey, that's just some sauce for you guys. Like, okay, just make sure that's required. And for headline, welcome to so your company's name, and then waitlist, and then you can answer each question to be let's say to be entered into the waitlist. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything too complicated. You can even take the shit off, just like that. Welcome to the GrowthX waitlist. First name, phone number, and email, and that's all you gotta do. And obviously, you can even design it. Make it look pretty, guys. Don't make it look boring. So let's say, for example, I created a new account for this, by the way, so I don't got this shit. The Pro. But let's say we got this one. Okay. All right. Boom. It looks way better. So after you're done with the form, just press share, and it should take you to a screen right now where, let's see, right here, share. Yep, you can literally just put copy link and then put it on your Instagram. That's all you got to do. Okay? But the thing I want to show you guys is the thank you page. So let's say for endings, right? Endings is where you're going to put the thank you page. So after they fill out the form, you decide where they go. So for endings, press, you can even redirect to URL. You can redirect them to Go High Level, where you put a thank you page specifically there, or you can just do an end screen. Okay, to be honest, just like that. Thank you for joining the waitlist, but there is one more step. Okay. And then I think you can add images, yeah. Images, and add the image here of the ConvertKit, confirm. Because in ConvertKit, you first have to confirm your spot in order to join the, like, in ConvertKit, once you confirm your spot, it tags you. And then once you get the tag of the lead, you can put them on list, like with email sequences. You can put them, you can send them whatever you want. So that's something that you have to do. So just like that, thank you for joining the waitlist, but there is one more step. Check your email for this message and confirm your spot. If I ended up in spam for any reason, make sure to move to okay. So if I end up in spam, okay. So just like that. So they have the picture right here. Thank you for joining the waitlist, but there is one more step. Check your email for this message and confirm your spot. If I ended up in spam for any reason, make sure to move it to general. And just like that, guys. Simple. And then you send them the next emails, the nurturing emails. But I'm also going to show you on Go High Level. Press new funnel from blank, waitlist, thank you page that you can do. Add new step, waitlist, thank you page. Create from blank. And something I like to do is just add the column, headline. So just the same thing. Thank you for joining the waitlist, but there is one more step. And obviously, guys, you guys are gonna make it look pretty, but I'm just showing you the steps that you need to do in Go High Level. So another column, add, and sub headline. Like that. And then add your image. Yep, just like that. Double click. There you go. Thank you for joining the waitlist, but there is one more step. You can add emojis, check your email for this, blah, blah, blah. Then down below, you can do the questions. Just like that. So you can do frequently asked questions, and obviously You customize each one of them. So like title or question, I think it's right here, let me check. Where is it? Let me see. Element options. Not sure where it is, but it's right here, guys. Okay, so just do a frequently asked questions. So like, when is it launching, etc. And you want to have your picture right here, where your lead is like, okay, this is what I'm going to look for now, so they're not lost. And a thank you, and a subheadline where it just says check your email and next steps. Okay, so that's all you got to do. You can do, let's see, headline. You can even do next steps right here, next steps, and then boom, 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 and then frequently asked questions. And let's say you're finished. You're gonna put publish. You're gonna select your domain. But let's say, for example, this is our waitlist. You want to go to endings. You want to click here. You want to redirect to URL. You want to click right here and then paste your URL right there, and it's gonna redirect them. Okay, so like for workflow, I think it's this one. Yep, you put always go to, and then you put that, and then you could save, and it's gonna go right here. Okay, so that's literally it, guys. You have your form. You either do the thank you page in the type form or tally form, and you have next steps plus frequently asked questions and a picture showing them of the ConvertKit confirm your spot. Or you can do it on go ahead level. Do a thank you page like this, make it look pretty, copy the link, and then paste it right here on endings and redirect them to the go ahead level. And something, guys, that you can also do that I forgot to mention is that you can even get rid of this. So let's select this, and you can even add a video, guys. You can add a video right here, and you can say like, watch this video below, and in the video you can explain the next steps, frequently asked questions, and just welcome them into the waitlist, hype them up, which is something like is really good if you have like a client that has more than 50,000 followers, or even a low following client. You know, it's very professional, and it just gives you like, it's a sweet touch, you know, just a recommendation. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it helped you guys, and see you on the next one. Alright guys, this is gonna be the only video you will ever need on waitlist email sequences. Okay, so stick to the framework, stick to the template. It works really well, and it actually converts like a lot of people if you do this right, which is following the template, which I'm about to show you. Okay, so here's this list of instructions. It's gonna be a total of around 8 emails, 1 being optional. But what you want to do is replace all the content in curly braces. Okay, so like for example, first name, obviously you're gonna put their first name, and right here, the curly brackets or braces, it's gonna be your launch date, your profession, your name, etc., and then the program name. So number 2 is gonna be make the stories completely yours, which is gonna be around the email number 3. Number 3, change the sending time if you want, which, for example, email 1 is going to send immediately after signing up. Email number 2 is going to be sent 5 days before launch, 3 days before launch, this one 4 days before launch, 2, 1, and then the launch day. And you can play around with it. You can put it like every 2 days or every 2 in 1 day, you know. Change the sending time to whatever you want. Number 4, put in your authentic results and proof. So for example, let's see, it's gonna be
email number 4, the real results. Make sure you have your own case study, your own results, and describe how that case study fits the program and has a place in your heart. Okay, so make it authentic and make it personalized for your own program, for your client's program, or for whoever you're working for. And number 5 is change every link before you send. So, for example, the link right here for the booking calendar, and just any link that's going to be here, put your own link. So now that we have that done, I'm going to go over the emails. So email number 1 is going to be a welcome and confirmation email sent immediately after signing up. Okay, so like for example, welcome abroad, Tony. You're officially on the waitlist. Hey Tony, huge congrats on making the move towards building a real career as you could put growth operator or trading agent or real estate agent. Whatever the program is for, you put the profession here. Quick note to confirm, you're now locked on the waitlist. I'm genuinely pumped for, then you put your launch date. That's the day we officially open doors to, and then trading AIX, some shit like that, okay? So you'll be among the first to hear when everything goes live. Quick question, and then right here, all you want to do is ask why they joined the wait list or what made them interested in that said profession. You just want to get some replies. You want to get the leads flowing, the leads starting to get nurtured, okay? Number 2, it's going to be my story and why now. The subject, I kept turning down money until now. Hey Tony, it's Christian again. If you follow me for a while, I've been deep in this space for 6 years straight, that long runaway. And then you just want to say your story on what made you get into the career that you are right now. So, for example, like if you're doing a trading mentorship, what made you get into that trading mentorship? And let's say you're working with a client that's doing spiritual mentorship. You want to use their backstory right here, and then at the end tie it with the program as like, oh, they've gone through this hard past and they want to facilitate the journey to other people by doing this program. And that's basically the email number 2. You want to relate to the audience, and you want to at the end say, this is why I'm helping you, because I don't want you to go through this pain, or I want to guide people, okay, like it's my calling. So that's the email number 2, your story and why now. Why are you building the program? Okay, and then email number 3 is going to be a more in-depth personal story. Okay, so this one is just like a runaway, like a rundown of the story of what made you make the program. But email number 3 is actually your whole backstory, but with pain points, with a hero's journey, with dream state on how you envisioned a better life, but you didn't know what to do. And then you encountered a mentorship or a mentor that changed your life, and now you want to do the same thing for others. And why this mentorship is not just gonna scam people or take people's money. Like this email number 3, make sure you're really digging into people's own journeys with your own journey. Try to sound as relatable as possible. That's basically it, okay? And then email number 4 is gonna be a case study on how you grab person A and then you move them from position A to position B, and how everything worked in between. Okay, so that's basically number 4, a case study of someone you helped, and then you show and describe results plus transformation. And the most important one, which is you describe how case study holds personal value to you. Okay, so email number 4 is going to show people that it's actually possible, that with your
mentorship, with your program, that people can actually get results. So we're just hyping people up, we're making them believe, but the most important thing, we're getting them to trust you. Okay, and then number 5, this one's optional, but it's recommended. You're gonna send a private community invite, which is sent 3 days before launch. And in this community, you can do videos, you can do a power offer. So let's say you get a Discord and you have 200 people to 500 people, and then in the launch day, you do a power offer in that Discord. Or you can even do a Zoom meeting with people, like a little mini webinar. Okay, so a private community, it's very effective, but it's kind of more effective if you already had one to begin with, and you're just inviting people in the waitlist to join the community you already had. Okay, number 6, it's going to be the pre-launch frequently asked questions plus last questions sent 2 days before launch. Okay, so like, hey, first name, in the next 48 hours, I'm about to open something sincerely, blah, 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 launch is tomorrow. Here are a few common ones I've been getting. When does it actually start? You put your launch date. I'm a total beginner. Can I still join? And then you put your program specifications. Is it just another course drop? No, calling it a course, we're on your salad. This is a real one-on-one mentorship. And you just put all the questions or all the objections that you think you'll get from people on that sales meeting with the closer. So just facilitate your life and put it right here. And then email number 7 is going to be a 24-hour warning, or like a launching soon type of email. Launching in 1 day. This is your last chance. Okay. So this is it. Less than 24 hours until Trading AIX finally opens. I'm at the desk right now finalizing everything. I want every single person to my full focus. I need to guarantee blah, blah, blah. Because you've been on the wait list since day 1, you're getting priority. This is the thing you're getting. And then email number 8 is finally launch day. And then you put right here the links, everything that the people need in order for them to acquire what you've been warming them up for, what you've been getting them excited for. Okay, so this is the CTA email, which is the last one. So why book immediately? Priority access allows you to have these things. You'll talk directly with me, or if you have a team member, then just put like you'll talk directly with my right hand man or with one of my team members. Success in your industry boils down to these 3 things: proven strategy, I've got execution, I'll show you how, and accountability. That's why it's a mentorship, not a course. Here's what a recent client said about us. You insert another testimonial. Don't wait or second guess. Book the call. That's the only way to know for sure. And then you put the booking link. Once our priority slots disappear, they're gone. No extras, no exceptions. Excited to chat soon. Peace. Booking issues or need help picking up time, reply right away. My team is watching emails all day to make sure, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for all the emails that you need for the waitlist email sequence. Stick to this framework, guys. And something that I can add to already a good system, which is this, is that in email number 8, you can also do a power offer. Okay, the power offer template, you could follow it on the power offer module, and you could send a power offer in an email form. So it states everything that your program is gonna, that your program is gonna offer to the people. But this is why I told you guys that having a community is very effective, because you can do the power offer right there. And it's more effective on a private community because it's more exclusive. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this module. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, this is the free Skool Funnel overview. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know in the high level perspective of the free Skool Funnel. So as you can see, we have everything in white, which is going to be the technical thing. And over here, we have Instagram, YouTube, and advertising, which is going to be your traffic sources. So all of this is going to be with the end goal of having booked calls. Okay, so that's all we want. Think of a free Skool funnel. Basically, we're all just trying to get leads. That's it. Phone numbers and contact information for the sole purpose to get booked calls and then upsell them to the high ticket program or service or whatever you got for $5,000, $6,000. So you see the bigger picture here. Okay. So like I said, we have the traffic sources on Instagram, YouTube, advertising, and I'm going to show you how to drive traffic to the Skool funnel using these platforms. But you're doing your thing. You're advertising your school. You're telling people, hey guys, I have a new school and here's what I'm offering. And people join. And we're going to get their fields. Basically the fields taken will be the name, phone number, and email, which is everything that we need in order to reach out to these people. Okay, so they join the school, they put in their name, phone number, and email. Then they will get access to the school plus the assets. Okay, then right after that, we'll get an automated email welcoming them, asking them why they joined, and also an automated SMS, basically saying the same thing. And the reason we're just asking a question is to get a conversation started. Okay, so after you get a conversation started, you can grow, like you can call them, you can drive the conversation to, are you experienced and stuff like that. Just basically nurturing the lead. And after we got their phone number and after they get their automated email, like 10 to 15 minutes later, an appointment setter dials their phone and then just basically says, hey bro, I saw you join the Skool funnel. Or not, you're not going to say Skool funnel, right? Obviously. But hey bro, I saw you join the school. I'm just curious what made you join. So the appointment setter just gets a conversation flowing and basically a small pitch to the high ticket program and then sets a call. Okay. And also that I didn't mention here is that they'll also get an automated DM on Skool, but nowadays people don't message on Skool. Okay, everything is through email or phone number, so you don't really have to worry about that. Now, here's an extra thing that if you're doing, it's gonna work like magic. So forget just doing this, also do this. So here in your traffic sources, you're telling people, like, what are they going to get when they join the school? And you can say they can get one-on-one access to you, or like you're doing a big event. And the only way to join this event where they're going to learn so much is to join your school. So they join your school. Obviously, we do all of this, but you do an event. Okay, so you do a webinar. And they register for a webinar event through Go High Level, through a form. You just send the link in the school. They get an automated SMS plus email thanking them and the next steps of the event or the webinar and what they need to know before the actual event, which is basically what you're going to present in that video. Okay, so then the event and webinar date comes, they join, let's say 300 people join, and then in that webinar, which it's a process by itself, and I'm going to explain more in another module. But basically, let's say out of those 300 people, the creator sends a call to action to join a booked call with one of their team members. So now out of those 300 people, let's say 50 people book a call. And again, the appointment setter dials their phone if it is necessary. But if they already booked a call, then there's no reason to call them again. Okay, so that's basically the free Skool funnel. It's very simple. Like I said, all you want to do, or the main goal of this, is just to get more leads. And that's basically it, guys. Like, it's not too complicated, okay? So Again, just to wrap things up, you have your traffic source. They joined your school. We get their contact information. They get access to your school, and they get an automated email just to get a conversation started, plus an automated SMS, and then an appointment setter dials their phone and hopefully books a call with them. And I didn't add the step here, but let's say they are not qualified or they don't respond to the appointment setter, then we just send them a DM. You could do it through Instagram or through email, depending on the questions you ask. But that's basically it, okay? You just send them a DM and send them free value. You nurture them. You do the nurturing sequence on Go High Level. And yeah, that's the free Skool funnel. I hope it was self-explanatory. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, in this module, I'm going to describe briefly how to drive traffic to the Skool funnel. And something I want you guys to understand is that it's not complicated, okay? As long as you understand what I'm about to tell you. So I'm going to break down driving traffic through Instagram, YouTube, and paid ads. So Instagram and YouTube will be organic and ads will obviously be paid. But the main thing you want to understand is that somebody's not going to join your Skool community because they just want to hang out with you or just because. So if you're like, hey guys, I made a Skool community, please join. It's not going to work. Like, people need a reason to join your Skool community. So one of the most effective ways, probably the best way, is to have lead magnets, which I showed you how to do a lead magnet through a template, which is under this module, I believe. But some of the things that you can offer inside your Skool community is one-on-one access to your creator, a community, a live masterclass like per week or one per month, a free course, which is the most effective one that in my experience is basically, let's say for example, like a growth operator, right? A growth operator might say, hey guys, please join my Skool community. Inside the Skool community, you will receive a guide on how to make, let's say, $5,000 per month under 30 days using AI bots. So that can be a lead magnet, and it gives people a stronger reason to join the community. Okay, so remember, people will only join the Skool community if they have a reason to. And lead magnets is one of the most powerful resources that you can use. So use the template and do a lead magnet, do a video, do free docs, do anything that your creator is willing to do in order for people to join. So if your creator, let's say you get him to do a video, like a free training video, right? If you can get him to do also like one-on-one access to people that join, like one call per week, then that's even better, because the more things you stack up like as benefits, the more people are going to join. Okay, so the last two is being free guides and subject overviews of topics. Okay, so here we got the three sources of traffic. On Instagram, you want to make sure to do call to actions to join Skool communities, or even better, like I said, just create lead magnets to get them to join the Skool. This is the only way people are going to join through Instagram. No other way people are going to join. So stick to the lead magnets, sell the benefits of joining the Skool community. People are not going to join your Skool just because you're handsome. Okay? You need to provide value. If you're a spiritual coach, if you have a spiritual client, then offer free spiritual guides. Offer, let's say, how to break free from procrastination using this ancient method that I've discovered throughout 6 years of work and stuff. Invent anything, but have an offer statement to people to join your Skool. Okay? So we do many chat sequences to direct people to join also when people comment a keyword, which you can also do on your Instagram Reels. So when you're doing Instagram Reels,
At the end of the video, you do a CTA, call to action, to people to join your Skool community with your offer statement, and tell them to comment the keyword, and then use ManyChat to connect with the keyword and send them the link to the Skool. And then in the Skool, which I described in the funnel overview, you get their phone number, their email, and their name, and then you have a setter dial them and try to upsell them to your high ticket program. And then on YouTube, it will be the same thing, but it's a bit easier. You simply have the link in your bio to join Skool. Okay, so make sure to also do CTAs for people to join your Skool. Again, repeat what is inside the community and the free benefits when joining. So on every video, have the link and do a call to action at least 2 times in your videos. So let's say you're doing a video about how to break free from that procrastination, but you just give out like a brief framework. And then for people that actually want like a deeper framework, they have to join the Skool community, and you say that in the video. And also guys, if you're doing a presentation on Figma or Miro board, add the board in your community and say they will have access to it if they join. This will get you lots of leads also. And then on ads on Facebook Meta, it's simple. Simply direct them to the Skool community. You have your ad directing people to your Skool community using the offer statement. So, hey guys, I've been working on this for 6 years, and I've discovered the secret to just erase your procrastination under 1 week using the ancient method. And I'm giving it to you for free, just for the first 100 people that join. Make up some bullshit and then get people to join, okay? It's simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate shit. And cost per click shouldn't really be more than $5 to $6. And it may sound like a lot of money, but trust me, you will make your money back multiplied guaranteed if you do the funnel correctly and follow up with each lead. Okay, so let's say you get 10 leads or 100 leads and you spend $500 and you're like, what the fuck? It's so much money. But out of those 100 leads, guys, let's say 5% convert. That's 5 people that bought your program for $5,000, $3,000. Let's say at $5,000, you just made $25,000. All right, guys. So Facebook ads is one of the most powerful ways to make money in this space right now. And I'm working on the module, and you should have access to it. Look at the how to do Facebook ads correctly. And yeah, guys, that's basically the simple overview on how to get people to join your Skool community. Again, it's very simple, not too complex as you saw. The brief overview of this is, remember guys, people are not going to join your Skool just because whatever reason. You need to have a reason. Have an offer statement of what you promise to get them if they join your Skool community. And number 3, do the CTAs in your video, but most importantly, dial the leads up and upsell them to your high ticket program. All right, guys, and then use the lead magnet to create one of these lead magnets for your creator and for your community. Okay, guys, and if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll be sure to help you. All right, guys, let's make some fucking money. I wish you guys the best, and let's keep on going. See you guys on the next one. Hey guys, this video is going to be about hiring phone setters or appointment setters, DM setters, whatever you want. And it's probably one of the easiest things if you follow these steps. And it's going through your creator's DMs through Insta. You'll be surprised on how many people your creator has that are DMing them about appointment setter positions, such as, hey bro, are you looking for an appointment setter right now? Or do you have any open positions for me? And most of these people send them videos and their experience with appointment setting. So the best possible way to get somebody that's actually gonna be motivated to work with your creator, to put in the work and to be consistent and to actually give you results, it's gonna be the appointment setters that are DMing your creator. It's the easiest thing by far when hiring them. And how you do it is by posting a story with an application instead of DMing them one by one, because trust me, there's a lot in the request. You'll be surprised. So your creator might tell you, why does it have to be on my account? Why can't it be on your account? Well, the answer is simple, and you have to really describe this to your creator. You have to explain to them that the people that are messaging them are people who've taken time out of the day to message them. So they've probably looked at their offer, they've looked at the profile, and they're interested in the personality of the creator. So what does this mean? This means that they're more engaged, they have high intention to work with them, and they're easier to onboard. Okay, because these people want to work with the creator instead of people that don't know the creator and we have to bring in with the offer, and it's just a little bit harder, but it's not impossible. But I'm just saying it's easier to hire people from the creator's following list. So here's the application you put on your story, and I'm gonna send you the link. It's gonna be down under the Skool module that this video is gonna be in, and you just put copy database, and it's gonna give you the exact form, the exact data, which is this one. It's gonna separate each individual lead through name, email, question, etc. So this is the form, and the most important thing here that you must put in your description is how much you're gonna pay them, how much is a commission if there is any, and what's the on-target earnings. So OTE is basically the expectations that how much money they're gonna make per month. So for us, the base pay is $500 to $1,000 depending on role, 5% commissions on closed deals, and the OTE is $1,500 per month to $4,000 per month is on average what our setters make from the offers we connect them with. So that's what you should have. Obviously for you, it's gonna be different. So just change the description and how much you're gonna pay them. And again, you could change the questions, but these are the questions we have at GrowthX, which is full name, Instagram handle, phone number, email, what is your setter experience, what is your time zone. This is very important because you might get people from India, from England, from Australia, from Canada, and not all of them are going to be from the United States or where you're from currently. So it's good to have a time zone so that way you know which country they're from. Now, the other question is provide a brief 3 to 5 minute intro Loom video going over who you are, your age, your experience, and why you want to do phone setting. Your camera must be on. Go to loom.com, get it for free, record, and just paste the link in the box. This is also extremely important because it shows dedication from the appointment setter, and it's also professional. You tell a lot of a person based on the video they make. So I've seen videos of appointment setters and they add like background music and it's like louder than their voice. And it's just like, it's very unprofessional, you know, or some people don't even try and they're just like, yeah, my experience is this and that. It just gives you a new perspective on that person before the actual interview. So it's just a good way to qualify them before the call. Now, last question, if we accept you, how soon can you get started? This is also important because some of these setters are currently on other clients' offers and maybe they're looking for offers in 3 months or 6 months before they hop off the other clients that they're with. So, you know, it's better to hire appointment setters that don't really have that much client offers in the moment and that they actually have time for your creator. So let's see right here, we're gonna push share to web. Let's see. When sharing the form, you're gonna put anyone on the web, and you're gonna put a copy link, and then you're gonna put it on your story, okay? So let's check, for example, let's see if it works. Okay, good. Let's just see. Let's put Saul 890. What is your phone number? Let's put 989-000 blah blah blah. What is your email? Saul@gmail.com. What's your setting experience? 90 years. What's your time zone? Chicago. Provided brief 3 to 5 minutes. Let's put link.com. We accept you. How soon can you get started? Now. All right, let's submit. Now, after they submitted their responses, you should be able to see it on the base, which is right here. Okay, so perfect. So each lead, you're gonna have it right here. First name, what's your Instagram handle, email, and each question you're gonna be able to see. Now, right here, qualification. Let's see. Yep, you're gonna check each single lead and you're gonna see if they're qualified. So you're gonna be like, good option. And you're gonna see if you contact them, reached out or now. If you haven't reached out, just leave it like that. And if you reached out, boom, notes. Good option. Has 90 years of experience. Now, obviously, that's a fucking joke, all right? So that's just a way to organize your leads that are coming in from your appointment setting funnel. I hope it helps. And yeah, you can even automate this thing. So like you can have someone that's hiring the appointment setters and it's not you. So you could put someone right here to check, and you just check every day and see if they've qualified them or if they contact them. And yeah, it's just a great way to track and organize your leads. I hope this video helped you. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the front end aspect of creating your Skool community. Now, you might think this is complicated and all of that. No, I'll actually tell you the opposite, which is to simplify everything in your free Skool community. And the reason for that is that you're giving away something, and you want to give it away to as many people as you can. And the way you do that is by simplifying what you know and how people get access to that information. So the people that are joining your Skool community want like an easy way out, if that explains it, or like a copy and paste system or template that they can use that it will change their lives. Like in the first week of seeing your content in your Skool community, that they're like, wow, this information is so good that imagine what's inside of the paid program or the paid mentorship. Okay, so I hope that explains what we're trying to convey here, what the mission is of the free Skool community. Now, a lot of people might argue that getting free students or like free leads that just want free stuff is actually not really a good thing. And I will actually agree with that. But since we are starting a new program, if you're like starting a new mentorship, then what you want is leads. You don't really care about what type of leads, since you are going to qualify them yourself. Okay, so you want the attention, you want money in, and that's what we want. Now, the first thing you want to go is create, obviously, your Skool community. Go to settings. Now we're going to go to general, upload your logo, and for your cover, upload that image, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But what I want to explain to you guys is the group name. So as you can see right here, I did this group as an example. So like Free Growth Agency Sauce. You want to keep it simple. Keep the group name fun. Okay? Like make it as attractive as possible. Keep it short and concise with whatever people want. So let's say you're doing a spiritual school community. You want to keep the title like free, let's say 7-day affirmation secret. That will, okay, just like that. Or if you're doing like a tattoo mentorship or course, and you want to teach tattoo artists how to create their own business and become their own boss, you want to be like free tattoo academy, or your company's name with your niche. So like Tattoo X Academy sauce. Okay, like right now I'm just going off the top of my head, but the point is, keep the group name simple and fun. And group description, it doesn't really matter. People are not really going to see this. Just be like, hey, they're in this group, you'll get access to, and then whatever they're getting access to. All right, keep it private. And the most important stuff is that you create a video. Now, in the video, you don't want to be like, hey guys, in this school community, you're going to learn how to do this. Because remember, people want to join to get access to something that's going to facilitate their life. They don't really want to learn. They want to get something. They don't really want to put in the effort in. They want an easy way. Now, I'm not saying all the people are like this, but majority of people are going to be like this. So instead of saying, hey guys, in this school community, you're going to learn how to do X, you want to say, in this community, you'll get access to X. So for example, instead of, in this community, you'll learn how to reach out to clients. Instead of that, you frame it in a premium way, like, hey guys, if you join the school community, you'll get access to my script that has been battle tested and has generated me over 500 meetings in the last year. Okay, that sounds way more appetizing, and people get more curious, and your chances of them like joining your school just bumped up like by 100%. So if you understand that framework of psychology, then you'll do good on the video. Okay, it doesn't really matter what you say in the video, just say welcome and then what they'll be getting access to. Okay, that is the most important thing. Anything else is just BS. You're just wasting your time. So for the description, which is also extremely important, so for example right here, when you join, here's what you'll get access to. And it is very important that you display what they're gonna get access to, and just make like bullet points like, wow, if I join, I'm gonna get this, this, and this. And it sounds really good because I feel like it's gonna change my life and my business. Okay, so for example, top growth partner offers, crushing it right now. And then you can even do this, just like that. Okay, copy and paste DM templates that book creator calls battle tested from 20,000 plus messages, exact frameworks that spark replies and land discovery calls consistently, $10,000 proven, 100% close script for creators, step-by-step creator launch blueprint, 90-minute deep dive videos, and then the most important thing, which is this, unlimited DM access to me. So right now we are like pre-framing that we're going to reach out to them. Take in mind, guys, that we're doing all of this so that your appointment setter can reach out to the leads and qualify them. Okay, we don't give a shit what they do in the program, and we're not really going to message them in school. I'm going to show you how to do the auto DM, because right now, as of whatever time I'm recording this video, people don't really text on Skool. Okay, they don't really use the messaging platform. So we're gonna text them outside the platform to qualify them. All right, guys. So that's that for the description, and add your video, and you should be good. Okay, so now for settings. On the front end, one of the last things you want to do is go to plugins. You want to go to membership questions, and you want to turn on. and then add a question. Your first question should be, what is your name? And then text box, yep. Add next question, what is your email? Then email address. And then you can even do like, we'll send you free sauce. You can even do that. Or like, we'll contact you and stuff like that. But you don't have to, okay? So what is your email? And then the most important one, which is what is your phone number? Can't spell right now. Just like that. What is your phone number? And it's very important that they add their country code. So add country code. Just like that. And it's also important that you tell them that you're gonna reach out. So just always pre-frame it that you're gonna talk with them. So they should expect a call, okay? So like, expect a call within 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure you are not a bot. Okay? So keep it like that. Remember, the last question is the most important one because we're going to be reaching out to these people. So text box, and then you add, and these are all the questions you need. So what is your first name? What is your email? And then you can even add what I told you about, we'll send you blah, 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 or we'll contact you. And then their third question, what is your phone number? And then add country code and expect a call within 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure you're not a bot. And something else, guys, that it's also like sauce that I'm about to give you right now, is that if you don't want to do phone number or email, let's say, for example, you don't want to do email, you can do Instagram. So like, what is your Instagram handle? Just like that. And then you can reach out to them on Instagram. But the thing I don't like about this is that sometimes their profiles are private and you can't even like send a message because you first gotta follow them. And how are you gonna follow like 500 people, you know? So this is like a question you can do if you really can do something about it, or you want to do something else about it, like make sure they're real, or make sure or see if their profile is qualified. Let's say you're in the fitness niche, you're a fitness coach, and you want to see if they're going to the gym and stuff like that. Okay, but that's just something you can do. But for now, we want to do email. Alright guys, now the other important thing is auto DMing. You want to turn this on. And you want to keep this very, very simple. Very nonchalant. It's like, hey name, thank you, or thank you for coming in and checking things out. Just like that. Then you can just curious, what made you interested in, and then you say your niche. Okay, so for example, what made you interested in growth operating? What made you interested in owning your own tattoo business? What made you interested in learning more about AI? Okay, so you just want to keep it very simple, like a simple ass question, just to get to know people. And again, guys, a lot of people are not really going to respond here, but it's just something to have. Okay, guys, so just put save, and if they do respond here, then great, just follow up with them and try to contact them through their phone and try to get a booked meeting. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it on your onboarding video. Put your video, like I explained, showing the features, and what they're going to get, not how they're going to get it. Okay? Which is very important. The auto DM and then membership questions. And everything else is just like extra. I'm going to show you in another video how to do the Zapier integration. So how to do the email sequences and stuff like that. But for this video, this is the front end and everything you need to know about building your Skool community on the front end. So I hope everything went well with your creation of the Skool community. If you need to know anything else, just let me know. And I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, again, let me know. I'm here for you, and I'll see you on the next one.